Hello. So I have a goal for myself for this year. Today is December 6th. I was doing a video, but I decided to scrap it because it just wasn't going the way that I envisioned it. And then I was like, you know, I have all of these Christmas books around me right now because I bought a crap ton of Christmas books, and I just want to read a bunch of Christmas themed books. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do that. If you don't know who I am, I'm Heather. Welcome to this channel. And so we're just gonna read a bunch of Christmas stuff until Christmas. You're gonna see me put up all my Christmas things. The lights are outside. They've been outside for a while. They're so pretty. My house is extremely bright. But we got our Christmas tree today.
Watch out, bud.
Oh, whoa, thing is big. Christmas tree. I'm planning on putting up the Christmas tree, like the family Christmas tree tomorrow, the Christmas tree in my office tomorrow, all of the Christmas things, and I just want to read Christmas books. I'm in the spirit. This is like the first year in a while that I've actually been in the Christmas spirit, and I just want to read everything Christmas, whether it be thriller, horror, romance. I have a lot of romance though that I want to get to, but I have a few things on my Kindle as well. And yeah, that's just what I want to do this year. Okay, that's what I want to do for my Christmas vlog, and I'll take you along with me, talk to you about all the books that I read. But I have a stack here that I would like to get to. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these, obviously, because it's December 7th. I might extend this video out until what's that date, January 1st, because you know that week after Christmas no one knows what to do with their lives, and I'm one of those people. I'm always like, I don't know what I need to do besides just like work. But yeah, that's what's happening. So I have Santa Cruz. I know that it's like there's people are going on a cruise like friends and somebody falls in love. Okay, don't know much about that. I'm giving like a speed version of all this because some of these I don't really know what they are. I just saw Christmas and I was like, okay, I've seen this one around. It was the book of the month choice, so I got it. The most wonderful crime of the year. I think that they are thieves and they fall in love with each other. We'll see. Then I didn't even know that Ashley Herring Blake was coming out with a Christmas book, and I saw this at the bookstore and I was like, I had to have that because, you know, I love me some Ashley Herring Blake. And this is Make the Season Bright, and this is Charlotte and Sloane, and they are actually exes, but they're they're finding themselves stuck in the same house, so it's a second chance romance. And I love her romances. I've had this one for a while now, Snowed In for Christmas by Jacqueline Snow. And I assume that they're going to be stuck inside together and the weather is horrible. And then 8 Perfect Hours. I think they have to fall in love, like strangers have to fall in love with each other within 8 hours. Yeah, so if they don't fall in love, they never see each other again. So that's like the whole point of it. Oh my gosh, that was almost bad. And then I saw this one at the bookstore too, A Merry Little Meet Cute. I don't really know much about this either. It's my life. But this is by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. So it's probably going to be a little bit heated, but it sounds just really cute. Did I just buy this at Target? Oh my god. Did I just buy this at Target? I think I might have done that. If I did, I'll show you. But yeah, an adult film star and a former bad boy pop star she falls in love with. So okay. And then I have a novella here, The Mistletoe Motive, and it says that if you like The Hating Game, which I've always loved The Hating Game, and You've Got Mail, you'll love this one. And that's all I need to know because I love both of those things. So those are just some of the books that I have. Am I going to get to all of these? No. Do I want to? Yes. That's the goal of this, is to read as many Christmas books as possible, be in the Christmas spirit, and talk to you about all of that. Hopefully you enjoy. But I'll let you know which one I get to 50% on first and take you along with me on this Christmassy vlog. I bought twinkle lights, like fairy lights, for my office, and I'm really excited to put them up because it's going to be like where I just sit in here and stare at my Christmas tree and my twinkle lights, and I'm going to be happy. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. You're not gonna say bye-bye? Huh? Good job. Okay, I'll fill you in tomorrow. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, he's not gonna say bye-bye. Oh, there he goes. 2, 3. Yay! Pretty. Reading this. I got my Christmas tree up. I just gotta decorate it. But I'm reading this, right? And this is about 4 women who were friends in high school go to a reunion. Like their 10-year reunion, I think. They're in their 30s. So is that 30? Maybe it's 20. Probably, no. Anyways, they're in their 30s. They went to their reunion. They are finally back together. They were 4 best friends in high school. But they are kind of like Karens. They hoot and they holler and they are wild and all of these things. They all rather annoying. They're annoying me. Because the dialogue in here is not good. The overall story is pretty interesting because they are on something called a Santa cruise. It's basically a cruise for people who are single, and it's around the holiday times, Christmas time, New Year's. So they're around a bunch of single people. And I like that concept. I like that they are all friends and that they're going on this. But I am just laughing, not because the story is funny, but because I am making fun of these characters. And just by the way that they're acting, they're supposed to be like in their 30s. And I'm in my 30s. I am 33. And I don't talk like this. And I don't know any 30-year-olds that actually talk like this, where they hoot and they holler and they are just like, you dig. Well, I mean, people say you dig. What's a good? Hold on. Let me find what chapter I'm on. I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I think I'm on chapter 16. I'm listening to it as I read. So I'm at a part. They are talking about this woman named Marilyn that they literally just met the day before. Maybe it's the day of. They just met this woman, and they introduced a guy named Peter and Marilyn together. Marilyn is recently divorced and Peter is on the cruise because he's single and he doesn't want to be by himself, which is understandable. Oh no, did I mess up my nail? No, I didn't. Okay. I just got my nails done yesterday and I hadn't had them done in 7 years. So, okay. Where is it? Crap. Where'd it go? It's just very choppy to me, and I don't understand why these women are friends at all, because they're not very nice to each other. They're hateful to each other. They tease each other, but in reality they're mean. They're not the nicest humans, and they are kind of uppity a little bit. And I don't mind if people are uppity or they got money, but they're judgmental, especially of each other. And I'm like, why are you friends? But I don't know. This just, it's considered a romance, but this book to me is leaning more towards women fiction, that fine line between women's fiction and romance. I don't see any part of it being romantic at all, because it's literally just about friends going on this trip, and they're all going on this cruise, I should say. They're all going on this cruise to try to meet somebody and just to like have a good time. But nothing romantic has happened at all, except Raquel dancing with this guy, and that's literally about it. I don't understand why this is labeled as romance at all. But I mean, I'm going to continue it. I got the audiobook for free, so might as well just continue it. But I don't think it's going to be a highly rated book, because I'm just not feeling it very much. That was a horrible British accent, and I apologize. So I want to let you know I finished this book. I'm giving it 2 stars. There's really no change from what I said yesterday about it, that it was just kind of annoying me. And sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting. I want to get my Christmas tree in the shot as well, because you're crooked now. Anyways, I don't know. I just didn't particularly care for the book all that much. The language in it was just kind of, language in it was just kind of outdated, even though it was published in 2021, and the people in here are supposed to be 30, but they talk like they are like 60, 70, something like that. Like they talk like my grandparents used to talk, which is whatever, no big deal. But you can tell that the author was just trying to make everybody seem really funny, but it fell pretty flat for me. I gave it 2 stars because I like the overall concept of the book. Going on a singles cruise, meeting people, and just having fun. They did have fun, and they did meet people, which is like, you know, that was their whole point of going on this cruise. But there was a lot of like insta love. They met people, and then they were just like, I want to be with this person. This person is my person. They don't really even know the people all that well, and they're wanting to spend the rest of their lives with each other. Again, this is more of a women's fiction book rather than romance. There was very, very tiny bits of romance sprinkled throughout, but it was more somebody meeting their person, and then you know that they're going to probably be together. There was no real angst, there was no real steam, there was no real, like, you feel what these characters are feeling. There was a lot of descriptions about what they were internally feeling, but there was just no connection there for me specifically. And I don't know if I will read another, like, I want to give this author another chance, because Fern Michaels is like one of the most prolific romance writers that's ever been, you know. It's kind of like Nora Roberts, and you see her books everywhere. But I think I want to try her suspense romance. Like in the front of this, there's one right here that's like Fear Thy Neighbor, and I know that she writes some really good suspense romance, but sweet romance like this, I think I'm going to stay away from her. But I am going to try her out. I know that my library has a lot of her books, and I believe that they even have Fear Thy Neighbor. Like, they got a whole section full of Fern Michaels, and I have to go pick up a book anyways that is actually named Santa Cruz, because I want to try like the whole reading the same title again. I liked that aspect, just to see how different everything is. But it is actually a thriller mystery, and somebody gets murdered. And I believe can't remember the name of that author, but she's another one of those like really prolific writers that have been around for forever. So wanted to fill you and let you know that I read that. I have the audiobook for 8 Perfect Hours, so I'm going to listen to that while I work today. And I also started The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year just because I love this cover and I've heard that it's really, really good. All of the reviews that I've seen of this is, it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's a hard-hitting thriller, romance, suspense, romance, that kind of thing. It's a romance mystery, so suspense romance. I'm excited for this. And I actually really like our main character so far. Her name is Maggie, and then she doesn't like Ethan Wyatt. Yeah, Ethan Wyatt, but I believe that they come together and they like fall in love and stuff. You can tell that they are enemies, and I am living for it. But Maggie is a mystery thriller writer, where Ethan, he just seems like the person that everyone in the office loves, and she can't stand him for some reason. I don't know why yet, but for some reason she can't stand him, and I am liking the vibe so far. I only got to chapter 4 and I'm only on page 15, but I can just tell by the writing and tell by the way that the characters are interacting with each other and Maggie's internal thoughts that I probably am going to like this book a lot. I know that this book is 2 people meet, they have to fall in love, or they never see each other again kind of deal. So maybe like a time travel-y, not time travel-y, but it's got a little bit of like a magic twist to it, hopefully. So yeah. So the tagline for this is, when perfect strangers Noelle and Sam meet by chance during a blizzard and spend one perfect evening together, they think they'll never see each other again, but fate seems to have different plans. So, love at first sight, and then, I don't know, and one of the reviews on the back says that this book is effing perfect. Buy it now. So, okay. I will read it and listen to it. But yeah, wanted to fill you in and let you know where I'm at. I still haven't decorated my office tree yet. We'll get there. Slowly but surely. Last year I didn't even, I think Charles decorated it for me because he made ornaments. But I'll get it decorated. But I just wanted you to see it in my background. And I need to finish my coffee because my stomach is growling. And that's my breakfast. I'm sure you're like, girl, do you ever leave your office because you're always in there? And the answer is no, because I'm constantly working, but I'm taking a break right now and I have to sneeze. Oh my god. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine in the background. Okay, ended up finishing this and I gave it 5 stars. It was great. Focus on me, not the tree. There we go. I ended up giving it 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. It was emotional, just the right amount of emotional. It was an exploration into Sam and Noelle's lives and how they navigate lives without the people that they love. Noelle lost her best friend Daisy, and then Sam also lost somebody really close to him, and they're just trying to go through life without their people, and they're having a hard time. Daisy is also having to take care of, no, not Daisy, sorry. Noelle's also having to take care of her mother, and her brother is also there, but her brother doesn't really do anything to help out, and Noelle is just constantly stressed. She also wants to be a florist, but that would take away her time from her mom and taking care of her mom. So she's having a really hard time with that. Plus, she also just got out of a 12-year relationship, and Ed was her comfort, and now she doesn't have that. So there's just a lot of things going on in Noelle's life. Sam and her meet on a freeway when it's super cold, snow's coming down, and the entire freeway just like freezes over, so everybody is stopped. And they talk for 8 hours, and they have this connection, and somehow they always come back together, and they always run into each other, not even meaning to. And it's just like the universe wants them to be together, but every time they see each other, something happens to where they can't be with each other. And like this, it just warmed my heart, okay? It warmed my heart, and it was just very sweet. Sam is fantastic. Noelle is fantastic. This whole cast of characters I just absolutely loved. And it was one of those like very heartfelt, emotional romances that I didn't know I needed at the time. And I'm so glad that I ended up reading it. I didn't know anything about this book going into it. I literally thought that it was going to be like a magical romance or whatever. It was magical, but there was no magic in it. It was just like the universe, fate, soulmate, that kind of thing. But it was just like everyday things going on and everyday problems, and these two people just having that magnetic connection, and it was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. So pick this up. If you've seen it around and you don't know a lot about it, pick it up. But I think that it was great. There's not really any steam in it at all, but there's just that magnetic pull that they have with each other. And yeah, there's no sex scene in here at all. So it's very, very low steam, but very enjoyable as well. I wish my camera would stop focusing on my pretty tree back there that's still not decorated, but I at least brought the ornaments in here. So then I started reading Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake, and this, I started reading it last night and I got to 125. This is about Charlotte and Brighton. They were fiancés. They were about to get married, but Brighton left on their wedding day. So there's that. And Charlotte is like, she was completely heartbroken about this, and obviously they were together for forever. They had known each other since they were 12, and like Brighton just did it out of nowhere, and she left and did not communicate with Charlotte whatsoever. So Charlotte, of course, she's like, nah, I'm done. Like, I don't want to speak to you at all. But they are at, like, they get stuck in a house together. They are at this chick's, what is her name? God, I wish I was better with names. There are two sisters, and Charlotte works with one of them, Sloane and, oh hell, what is it? Adele. I could have just read the back of the book, but they're with Sloane and Adele's mom for Christmas, because Charlotte doesn't have any family, and then Brighton's family just kind of up and like, hey, we're going out of the country for Christmas, sorry, but we're doing that. So they decide that they are going to go to their friend's house. And Sloane works with Charlotte, Adele works with Brighton, and Charlotte. But they don't know that the other is going to be there, so they are in the same house together. They haven't seen each other since Brighton just up and left on their wedding day. And Charlotte, of course, gives her the cold shoulder. Brighton's like, you know, we could talk about this, and Charlotte's like, nah, I'm good, because you had plenty of time to talk to me about it, but you didn't want to talk to me about it. So there's that aspect. I usually am very picky about my second chance romances, but I like the way that they are going back and forth with each other and arguing because they need to get it out. And I believe that if Charlotte would just listen to Brighton, she would really understand why Brighton didn't want to go through with the wedding. I really do. But again, Brighton should have communicated, because, you know, communication is key, but she should have communicated with Charlotte. But I do like the way that they are communicating, and I also like the way we're getting some flashbacks of their relationship, because they're really cute together, and I believe that they are a really good couple. But there was just some things that they needed to work out before they got married, and I don't think Charlotte was a very good listener when Brighton expressed her concerns about them getting married. So there's that. But I'm liking the aspect so far. The the side characters in this book are freaking hilarious. I love all the side characters. I love the chaos that it is in this house. And I really love how Adele and Salone's mom is she's just very accepting of everyone. And it's a joke in here that Salone and Adele's mom is the only cis person in the house, because she actually is. But she loves everybody, and I absolutely love how warm and welcoming she is. And just like when they're talking about things that makes her feel uncomfortable, she's just like, I mean, it's what you want to do, but I would rather not hear about it, because, you know, I'm your mama and I don't want to hear about all that. So Salone and Adele's relation, like their sistership, they're sisters, but the way that they argue and the way that they call each other out is freaking hilarious too. So I'm liking this book. I love all of Ashley Herring Blake's books anyways, but she writes great characters and they're always very fleshed out. But I'm enjoying this so far. So long-winded, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yay. Hey, coming at you from a different angle. I'm not in my office because I'm working from the couch today. But I want to let you know that I ended up finishing this. I actually finished this book and another book. Where is that book? There it is. So I finished this book and I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I really liked this book. It was very sweet. It was very steamy. It was a good mixture of friendships, good mixture of longing for that person that you really love, even if that person made a lot of mistakes, working through the issues by communicating. And just overall, you could tell that Brighton, in my opinion, you could tell that Brighton and what's her name, Charlotte, really did love each other. They really cared for each other. There was just a lot of things. They were very young. They had their own aspirations. They didn't talk to each other about what each other wanted. And if they did talk, they didn't really listen, because they are both musicians. Charlotte is in like an orchestra. She plays the violin. And Brighton is wanting to be like a country musician. And Charlotte wants to live in New York. That's been her entire dream all of her life. Whereas Brighton wants more of a small town feel. She says Nashville, but like that kind of feel rather than New York. And it wasn't the time for them. But then they finally resolve all their issues, and it's so freaking cute. I gave it 4.5 stars though, because of the fact that if they would have just talked and sat down and communicated and told each other what they really, really wanted out of life, then it wouldn't have happened. And it kind of dragged on a little bit too long for me with the whole push and pull of them, because it was like I wanted to shake both of them, you know. But 4.5 stars, really cute book. I would highly recommend this, especially if you like sapphic romances and you want a nice holiday, snowy, one bedroom, one bed type of trope too. I would highly recommend this and pick this up. Good banter as well, and steamy scenes. And then I ended up reading this, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ally Carter. And I thought that this was a really cute book too. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I might bump it up to 4.25, I don't know. But I liked the whole mystery aspect of this. Plus I also really liked Ethan and Maggie's relationship too. They're true enemies at the very beginning. Maggie cannot stand Ethan because Ethan calls her Marcy instead of Maggie. And you find out later on in the book why he does that. But Ethan is just like totally smitten with her. He really, really likes her. And he just wants her to like him back. But she can't stand him at the very beginning. And I thought that that was hilarious, because he's just like trying to flirt with her. And she thinks that he's just being pretentious about it. And he's actually like, he's being for real. Like, he wants her to like him, and he has been trying to get her attention, but he's doing it and it's just coming off as him being a dick pretty much. And the way that they communicate and the way that they just go back and forth with each other, I was laughing a lot. And I listened to this on audiobook too. The narrators did a really good job. But this book is, like the tagline says, of Knives Out. I would say it's more like a Clue. I could see the Knives Out as well, because there's just some people in here. Eleanor Ashley is, she's a famous writer. She comes up, like, she invites all these people to her house. She comes up missing, and they have to figure out what happened to her. But there are people in here that come to her house, and when she comes up missing, they just want her money, and they're trying to get stuff out of her. And Ethan and Maggie are really the only ones that actually care. Technically Maggie, because Maggie is like head over heels for Eleanor and has absolutely loved her entire life. Favorite author, like dream come true of meeting her, that kind of thing. She's a fangirl of Eleanor. But Maggie and Ethan are really the only ones trying to figure out what happened to her, while the rest of the family is just kind of sitting around waiting to see what happens, you know. But the whole mystery of this, I clocked it pretty early on about what happened to Eleanor, and I wanted a little bit more of the exploration behind the mystery and a little bit more information of the side characters, because I felt like they were very flat. Whereas Ethan and Maggie, obviously they are a couple and they're very fleshed out, but the rest of the characters, I didn't really care. I didn't care for them, just because they didn't catch my attention in any way, because they were very one-dimensional, and I just wanted a little bit more backstory on them and a little bit more conflict between them, if you know what I mean. So it's not, that's just personal preference. But yeah, Ethan and Maggie are adorable. I absolutely love Ethan. He is a you touch her, you get killed kind of person, which cool. And he is very soft towards her, gruff towards everyone else, wants all of the attention, like her. He wants her attention, and he will do anything for her. And there's a couple of scenes in here where some of the dialogue, I was like, oh, girl, yes, you need to get with him. But I wish I would have highlighted some stuff. I don't like to highlight in my books, but wish I would have like highlighted some of the things in here, just because he is so sweet to her. And when she finally realizes that he actually does care about her and he actually wants to be with her, oh my god, I swooned so hard. Okay, this is really cute, really cute. So I think I will bump it up to 4.25. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, I am also in the middle of, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I'm also in the middle of the Mistletoe Motive, and I have also been listening to the playlist that's in each chapter too, because I was promised at the very beginning of the book by the author that the playlist is a guidance of how the characters are feeling in the book. One of the characters in here, her name is Gabby, and his name is Jonathan. So Gabby and Jonathan are the co-managers of this small independent bookstore. Gabby also is autistic, and she is demisexual. I think that's what she said she was. And then we have Jonathan, who is just like a grump, kind of like a Scrooge, and they don't like each other. Well, she doesn't like him because she thinks that he's a douche, which he kind of is. But he does things for her that she doesn't really recognize, because she has a hard time recognizing people's like outer emotions or facial expressions and things. So he does little things for her that she doesn't really realize that he does. But back to the playlist. I'm listening to it as I read along, and it's kind of a cool experience, but some of the Christmas songs I don't really like all that much, but it's cute so far. I'm only on chapter 5, and they're gonna have to figure out how to coexist with each other because the bookstore is a felon, and they have to figure out a way to help it succeed or help it continue to flourish. So cute book. And the next book that I'm going to read on audio is The Christmas Tree Farm. This is actually a book, Ravished by Romance book club pick as well. I just didn't get to it in November, but I have it on audio and I want to read it on audio. I heard that this is really cute, really steamy, and I have the other 3 books as well in the series. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, that was a really long-winded update, but I wanted to fill you in. Oh, hold on one second. I got another one for you. I also got this from the library. I got it on Libby as well, but then I looked on Libby because I was going to start reading this on audio last night, and Libby took it away from me for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I put it in my holds thing, and then I accepted it when it said that it was ready, and then I looked last night and it was gone. I'm not really sure what happened there, but okay. Hello. Finished this, giving it 5 stars. I thought it was really cute. These two, they just warm my heart so much, and I really loved just their whole relationship. Jonathan and Gabby are 2 of the most wholesome, sweetest people, even though Jonathan gives off this grumpy grouch. Hold on, let me close my, can you hear that? Can you hear my dryer? Do I need to close my door? Anyways, Jonathan gives off this grouchy, here, I'm gonna go turn, hold on. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my dryer. Jonathan and Gabby are 2 of the most wholesome people that I have ever read about, and it was just a joy to actually read about them, especially because this whole book is a bookstore setting, an independent bookstore setting with these 2 older people, and Jonathan and Gabby are just trying to make sure that this independent bookstore stays afloat, especially with competition down the road. And Gabby absolutely loves the store. It is her heart and soul, and you can really tell through the pages that she is just so in love with this store, and she believes in this store, and she just wants it to succeed. And Jonathan is there because he needs to focus on finances and everything like that, but he does so many small things throughout this book for Gabby that she doesn't really understand that he's doing, because social cues are not her strong suit. But he does so many cute things for her, and it just made my heart flutter. Okay, it just made my heart flutter. It made me smile. This book made me laugh, made me tear up a little bit. But Jonathan is just one of those characters that I absolutely swoon over, because I love me a good grump. If you have watched my channel for a long time, every time there's a grump sunshine trope, I absolutely love it. And I just love when we have characters that are just broody and that are just grumpy, and they just have a dry sense of humor, and they give off this vibe don't mess with me, because I'm not gonna take your crap and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to who they love and who they have feelings for, they just melt, and they just become this big teddy bear. Oh my god, it's my favorite. I love it. And Gabby, she's just a light. She's just a joy, and I absolutely enjoyed her character so much. I connected with her character a lot too. She has a lot of anxiety, and she wants people to like her, but she also is one of those people that doesn't take crap from people, and I connect with that a lot. Not that I want people to like me or whatever, but I just want people to be happy around me. I want to make people happy. I want to, especially for the people that I care about, and if I care about something, I really want to put all of me in it, which gets me in trouble sometimes. But I just really connected with her, and I just like this book. I just like it. I wanted it to be longer just because I was enjoying it so much, not because it needed to be longer in any way, but I didn't want this to stop. I just wanted to keep reading about them because they're so freaking cute. Okay? They're so cute. So cute. But yeah. 5 stars. I liked it. And I was like looking at my Goodreads and stuff, and this author, I have like 6 books on my want to read list, so I really need to figure that out and, like, you know, actually read the books that I really want to read. And I realized too that I downloaded one of the books. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the soccer one or something like that. Anyways, oh yeah, and I can't tell you that because that's a spoiler. Anyways, it's a soccer one, and I need to read it because it also has an audiobook, and I have that on my Kindle. So I really need to do that. Christmas Tree Farm is in the living room. I'm about to wrap Christmas presents after the kids get after my big baby goes to sleep, because I gotta wrap some of this. But I'm gonna wrap Christmas presents. I'll show you. I'm gonna listen to that book as well. But I also wanted to show you the stack that continues to grow for this video. So I saw this on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, 15 Reasons to Hate Christmas and Cowboys. Never heard of it, thought it was really cute. Actually, the cover is what caught my attention because it's interesting to me. And then I was at the Wally World the other day, and I saw this, and it was really cute too. Christmas Eve love story. I believe like this is a time travel on the 12th. It's talking about Christmas Day, but she keeps waking up the next morning to have Christmas Eve all over again because she is supposed to find the person that she loves. So okay, that sounds fun, and it's a pretty hefty book. It's pretty hefty. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I don't know if I'm going to get to it because I have other books as well. Oh, and you remember when I said that I thought that I bought this? I thought that I already had this book. I don't. I have this book, A Merry Little Meet Cute, and then I got this book, and it's A Holly Jolly Ever After. It's in the same series as this one, so that's why it looked super familiar to me, and I believe it's in like the same town and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is supposed to be steamy, and it's Sierra Simone, so if you've ever read a Sierra Simone book, you know that you're gonna get steam. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I also downloaded like 4 other Christmas books on my Kindle. I don't know why I do this to myself because I'm not going to be able to read all of these. Whatever. See my pretty Christmas lights? I am tired, but I also have a lot of energy right now. I don't know if y'all are like that, but I'm like that all the time. Like, I'm tired, but I'm also like with energy. Wanted to fill you in and let you know that I kind of switched gears a little bit, going from reading a lot of romance, because I had a short story on my, or a novella on my Kindle called The Visitors by Sergio Gomez, I believe. And he's the same author that wrote Camp Slaughter, and I read that a couple years ago. It was okay, but I really liked this one. I read it in one sitting. It's only like 75 pages long, and I really liked it. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was short, to the point, gruesome, horror, and I enjoyed it. Like, I was like, this is what I was wanting out of it. It is about this group of people that get stranded at this roadside diner, and then they start dying because there's an alien. And that's pretty much all you need to know. It's basically a survival of the fittest, and like I said, it's very bloody, it's very gory, and I really enjoyed it. And the ending made me very happy because I was worried there for a little bit, and I wasn't going to give it a high rating if the ending happened the way I did not want it to, but it happened the way I wanted it to, so it got 4 stars. And then I also started reading Secret Santa. I can't remember who the author is. I think it's by Anne Puckett, maybe. I saw this one on one of the groups that I'm in, Amy Tackett. I saw this one on one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, and it seemed really cute, like a cozy mystery, but it is not that at all. It is a true thriller. It's about this group of friends who come together after one of the friends in the group died, and it's very catty, and they are the type of friend group that they're friends, but they also secretly don't like each other. And there's just one particular girl in the group, or woman in the group, named Scarlett, who no one likes, but they just keep her around because like she's a good friend, but kind of don't like her either. And I think that something might happen to her. But I will say that there are many trigger warnings that I don't know if I missed going into this book or if they just weren't listed when I was reading, but infertility is huge in this book. So if that's a trigger for you, I would either stay clear of this book or go into it with a good mind, because infertility is talked about a lot. And also death of a loved one is in there too. But infertility is, I wasn't expecting it, and it kind of threw me off guard a little bit, and I kind of had to redo my head a little bit while reading it. But yeah, just know that going into it. It's okay so far. I'm only like 20% into it, but they are getting ready to do Secret Santa because their friend Rebecca, who is the one that passed away, was really into Christmas, and she really loved Secret Santa, and she always hosted it for them. So they are doing that, and we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure somebody else dies, but I don't know that for sure. So I have been ordering myself sweatshirts. This one I've had for a while, and I just put it in my office and out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. And then I ordered this one for myself. It's like a Christmas gift for myself. So I wanted to open these on camera with you since it's Christmas time and show you. This is pretty. Oh, that's cute. So came with a little thank you note and cleaning instructions and caramel candy. That's like my favorite kind of candy. And it's a sweatshirt. Oh, I might have got that wrong. This is the one that I ordered for myself recently. The other one is, yeah. Anyways. So, you know, I'm a mom, and I like for people to know that I'm a mama because I love my babies. So I got a big old sweatshirt that says mama on the front, and it's tie-dye. If you don't know anything about me, you should know that tie-dye is like my favorite thing ever. I love tie-dye, and I'm actually going to wear this today. It's very pretty. It's very big, and I like it. I'll list these Etsy shops down below for you because I got them all on Etsy. Then this one is the one that I've had for a while. Here we go. Got my box cutter. So much easier. And in each one, I have horror sweatshirts and I have thriller sweatshirts. So now I need a romance sweatshirt. Oh, you didn't hear anything I just said. Now I have a romance sweatshirt. And this is what it looks like. It says Romance Reader Book Club because I'm a romance reader and I'm in book clubs. So yeah, these are my two new sweatshirts. Both of them are pink because pink is my favorite color. But I'll link this down below. I really like this one because it's embroidered. And I like the way that they did that. The other one's embroidered too. I like embroidered stuff rather than pressed stuff like this because this stuff comes off in the wash and in the dryer. But these last a lot longer. So it's very soft too. I like this a lot. Yeah. But I wanted to show you that and fill you in on what I'm reading because I switched gears. Merry Christmas. I'll fill you in later. But I just wanted to show you my cute little ornament that I got that I'm finally going to put on my tree. But yeah, Merry Christmas. I have updates to give you later on today. Hello. So, I ended up finishing Secret Santa by Ann Puckett, something like that. It's right here. But I ended up finishing that and I gave it 4 stars. So I was kind of on the fence about it when I first started it just because of the jarring like trigger warning that was missing about infertility and about miscarriage and all that. But this is like it's a group of girls, or a group of friends I should say. Group of friends that are kind of friends. Sorry, my everything is moving. But kind of friends, but kind of not. Like, they're more of like frenemies, you know, than anything. And they've been that way for a really long time. Like, they were in college together, and they just have it out for each other. Sorry, your cricket. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. They just have it out for each other, and they're more passive aggressive with each other than anything. And there's Isla, Scarlett, Ren, Liam, and Carly. And they were all a friend group in high school and in college. They all went to the same college together. They all have their own secrets going on. The only one that didn't really like have a secret per se was Carly. She's more kind of an outcast of the group. But Isla and Liam have always been really close. Ren and Scarlett have always been really close, and Carly just kind of tagged along with everybody else. But they are, and Rebecca. I forgot Rebecca. But Rebecca, they're at Rebecca's funeral. She passed away unexpectedly, and it's just bringing out all of the secrets that they've had since they've been friends. And there is a lot. This is a true mean girl, mean friend group. There's no ifs or buts about it. They all secretly kind of dislike each other. They all have issues with each other, but they have come back together because Rebecca has passed away. And they're trying to remember their friend in a good light, and they play Secret Santa because Rebecca was always really into Secret Santa, so they are trying to, you know, do that for her. But some things happen, some deaths go on, and people get their revenge on each other, and it's a true revenge story, and I was pleasantly surprised at the end. So 4 stars. 4 stars for that. But I wanted to show you the books that I got for Christmas, and one of the things that I got that I was not expecting at all. So I'm going to show you the books first. Books first. I got Christmas Sticks, which is the second book in, what was that book called? Mr. Fixer-Upper, that series. I don't remember what the series is actually called, but this is the second book in it. This is about Noah and Catalina. And then I also got the Amityville Horror. I have some ideas coming up based on the movies that I used to watch as a kid that have book adaptations. So there's that probably coming up in the next year. But yeah, Amityville Horror. Then I also got Girls and Their Horses by Eliza Jane Brazier. I read The Good People. I think that's what it's called. I read that last year, I believe, and I really enjoyed it. Or the year before. Everyone Here Is Lying. I'm really excited about this. This sounds really good. And I also got Hello Stranger. I haven't read the first one yet by this author. I still have it up there, but I heard that this one is really cute and people have been enjoying it. And then, last but not least, I also got this. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I've been bugging my husband about it, but my mom, my dad, and him all went in and they got me the Color Soft, and I'm so excited. I wasn't expecting this at all. This was a complete surprise. And I am so excited about it. So I'm going to be reading books off my Color Soft from now on, because my other Kindle, bless it, it's been a good one, but it's no bueno anymore. It's dying. Like, I could usually read about 7 books on it before I had to charge it, but now I can only read a book and a half on it before I charge it. So I am so excited about this one. Hello. Here we go again. Just move with it. Since my camera stand is gonna do its thing. There we go. I guess we're gonna sit right here. So I ended up finishing this. I gave it 3 stars. So this was a cute small town romance, but I had some issues with Kira and Bennett's relationship. I didn't feel all of the chemistry that I needed to feel and that I need to have in my romances to rate them highly. I thought that they were okay, as couples, or as a couple. I didn't feel that connection, and that I thought that they were okay. I thought that they had a fling, and that was that. I don't really understand why Bennett was so attracted to Kira. I understand why Kira was attracted to Bennett, but Kira, being who she is, she comes from money, and she is constantly saying about herself that she wanted to buy this Christmas tree farm to prove that she can survive on her own without her parents' money, which is great. But then she also says that she's a horrible person because she has never had to like work for anything, and she's never had to, like, she's always been that person to take what she wants and not really worry about the consequences of it. But there's so much of that in here, and it was talked about so much that I just wanted to kind of see that side of her rather than her just tell me. I wanted her to show me that side of her. I know that she was trying to change and be a better person, but how was she, like, what was her journey to get where she is, besides her sister getting married and besides her wanting to prove to everybody that she can do it on her own? What was the, like, how did she get there? I wanted to see that aspect of the book rather than her just telling me that she did this and that she's a better person now. How is she a better person than she was? I wanted to know that. Also, Bennett is a fixer. Bennett likes to fix things. He just wants everybody that he is emotionally connected with to be in a good place, which is great. But I don't know, I just didn't gel with them until the very end. And at the very end, like, their whole chemistry started to really come alive, which I know that they didn't know each other for very long, which has some things, like, has some aspects to it as well as to why you don't really see the chemistry between them all that much at the very beginning, in my opinion. But like at the end, it really did happen. And then we had our third act breakup, you know, whatever. And in romances, that's like one thing that I can't stand about romances. But we had that, but then it was just like so easy for them, which is great for them. In a small town romance, you would want, like, but I just want a little bit more issues, and a little bit more of them having to work things out and it not be so easy. Yeah, that's my whole thing about this. The dogs in here are cute. I like the small town. I really like the being able to see where everything is in this small town. I didn't realize there was a map on the front, but like while the story was going on, because I was listening to it on audio, I was just kind of following along and seeing where everything is in Dream Harbor, which I really enjoy. The playlist, I probably will not listen to because it's nothing but Taylor Swift and Harry Styles and people that I don't really listen to all that much. But yeah, I plan on reading the other two books. I have them over here. They're over here on my bookshelf. But I have the other two books, and the strawberry pancake something house thing, it looks really cute too. And I'm gonna continue on with this series. It wasn't a horrible book, but it was just not enough of what I like in my romances, and just that connection and how they grew as a couple and all that kind of stuff. So 3 stars, not bad. Now I'm gonna start reading Santa Cruz, because I read Santa Cruz wherever it is. I don't know where I put it. It's around here somewhere. I read Santa Cruz, so I'm gonna read Santa Cruz and see how I feel about this one. This is a mystery. I'm on page 3. Howdy. So finished this. I'm gonna give it 3 stars just because it was a nice cozy, I wouldn't say mystery per se, but it was just a nice cozy book about people on this ship who are all trying to get this one thing, and there are 2 criminals on the ship that are trying to get away, and it's in connection with this one thing. And there's just a lot of sleuths on this ship. There's a whole group of people that you follow, and Elvira, she is the main person that you're following. Then you have Dudley, who is like the PR person of the ship. You have the Commodore, whatever his name is, Randolph, who is the person that is the captain of this, not the captain, but the person who owns the ship. And the Rileys, who are friends of Elvira. And there's just a lot of people on this ship that you're following in such a short little book. But I do think that the authors did a pretty good job about, like, all of these characters having their own personality, so it's easy to follow in a way. I listened to it as well as reading it, and with, you know, with both of those things, I understood who each person was. But there were a lot of people, lots of people, and I don't know, thought the stakes were kind of low for this whole book. And there, like I said, there's a lot of sleuths on the ship who all had their hands in the mystery, who were all trying to figure out the mystery, who all had their own, like, reasons as to why they're doing what they're doing, trying to figure it out. And there's bad guys. There's just a lot of different things going on this ship, which is a pretty good representation of what goes on cruise ships. Not like, hopefully not like the criminal aspect of it. But you got all these people doing all these different things, and I mean, it's just chaotic, and this book was pretty chaotic in a way. And I mean, I didn't hate it, but I was just kind of like, what's the point of the book sometimes? But all in all, it's an easy read. These 2 authors are very acclaimed, but I don't know, I wish I would have started with a different one from them, because this is my first book by both of these authors. But I mean, it was alright. It was okay. I am a little over halfway through this book. I read it while I was working, and now I'm continuing to read it on the couch, waiting for my husband to get home. But this book is full of steam, like I figured that it would be. We have Brie, who is an adult film star, and she is trying to make it in Hollywood without having to do adult films. She wants to break out, and she wants to be an actor, like a serious actor, even though adult stars are serious actors. But you know, that stigma in Hollywood where if you do adult movies, then you're not taken seriously. She wants to be taken seriously, which is why she's going by Brie. She also has something like an OnlyFans where that's where she makes her money. And then we have Nolan, who is an ex-boy band member. He's considered a bad boy. Brie had a crush on him growing up because he was in her favorite band. And he also is somebody who watches Brie on her OnlyFans account. So he knows exactly who she is when she comes on set. She doesn't know she knows who he is, but she doesn't know that he is one of her people that, like, pays her for her account. So when they finally do end up hooking up, that's when she realizes that he knows who she is. And she kind of let him off the hook, because he went into it knowing exactly who she was, but she didn't, I mean, she knew who he was too, but she didn't realize that he's watched her for so long. And I thought that he should have came clean earlier than he did. The only reason that she caught him was because he called her, like, by her adult name. And I thought that that was kind of shady of him a little bit, because she came clean and she's like, oh my god, I have always been infatuated by you. And he could have said the same, but he didn't. And he did it for his own selfish reasons, not because he was embarrassed by it, but just because he wanted to keep that secret from her, which I did not like. He should have came clean about that. But other than that, this is a pretty cute romance. I wouldn't, like, from the from this, if you to go into it not reading the description or not reading the synopsis, I would say that this is going to not be the cute rom-com that you think it is, because it's not. It is very, very steamy and it's very detailed. So I understand the ratings that some people have of this, but if you read the description, it tells you pretty much exactly what you're getting. Though, it does come off, like the whole outside of this comes off as just like a cute rom-com. So I get where people are coming from. It does have a little bit of deeper topics in it too, where we find out about, what is his name again? Nolan? Yeah, we find out about his mom and his sister and the reason why he's doing what he's doing in this film. And then we also find out Bree, something about her past as well, and why she does what she does. I do like the representation that's in here, because we have Bree, who is considered, she calls herself fat. And then we have Nolan, who is bisexual, and Bree's parents are also, well, she has two moms, so she is very open with her sexuality. Nolan's very open with his sexuality. I like that aspect of the book as well, just the representation in here. And we also have Bree's friend Lucas, who is also gay. There's a lot of sexuality representation in here, which I appreciate. But yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty cute so far. I like the whole set aspect of in here too. And, you know, I love me a good map. And there's a cute little map in here of the town and like the movie set and all that. So I'm enjoying that as well. The audiobook is pretty good. And, oh, one thing that I will say about this is they have a no hookup policy on their set, and Nolan and Bree obviously have broken that. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out, because I know that that's probably going to be the whole conflict that's in this book. I'm already clocking that, but I'm interested to see how it's going to play out with them. My 5-minute update. I'm going to continue reading. I want to finish this by the end of the end of the day, if I can speak. I am tired today. I'm also really hungry. Probably going to eat something else. I don't know what I'm going to eat though. I want turkey nachos. That's what I really want. That's what I'm going to get for dinner. But then I have these 25 Reasons to Hate Christmas and Cowboys by Elle Thorpe. I saw this online and I was like, that sounds really cute. I also have a few things on my new Coloursoft Kindle that I'm probably going to end up picking up too. I have 2 audiobooks for 2 books that are on my Kindle. So I have plenty of things to read after this, but today is the 27th and I'm trying to read as many holiday books as I can by the 31st. Cool. And I've already reached my goal of the year, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But I'm just reading books that sound like holiday books that sound really cute to me. And most of them are romance. Yeah. So I ended up finishing these 2 books. I'm going to talk about this one first because I finished it first. But I'm giving this 3.5 stars. I thought that it was a really cute rom-com, but also like super spicy as well. The only reason I'm giving it 3.5 stars and not 4 stars is because it was just way too long. This book is over 400 pages. And I mean, that's a little over 400 pages. It's like 417 or something like that. But the story just kept going on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, we get it. They are attracted to each other. They like each other. They are very sexually open to each other. They communicate well with each other when it comes to like sex and what they like and all that, which is great. But it just kept going on and on and on. And I'm like, okay. We need something to happen. So finally, after like the 15th sex scene that we get, something does happen, and I thought that it was a really good ending. Like, the ending really satisfied me in that way, but it took a long time to get there. It took a while to get there. I say about this much of the, not that much, okay, not that much. About halfway to about like right here, like that. This section of the book, I was a little, not gonna lie, zoning out. Was I paying attention? Sort of. I got the gist of everything because I was listening to it on an audiobook too. But I mean, it's a cute book, and don't go into it thinking it's gonna be like a super low steam rom-com cute Christmas romance, because it's not that. It is a cute, very, 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 very steamy and very explicit Christmas romance, okay? Even though there's not really a lot of Christmassy stuff that goes on in here besides the movie set that they're on, but either way, it was cute. I have another book in the series that I plan on reading that's not as chunky as this one. But I hear it's just as steamy. I mean, it's these two authors, so I expect that, but you know. And I ended up reading this, and I gave it 4 stars. I thought that Johnny was a little too desperate at the very beginning, and he was very infatuated with Isabel, like straight from the beginning. And I thought that that was a little creepy at first, but then he grew on me. He's actually very, very sweet, and he's like one of those guys that falls head over heels for the people that he is with. And he just wants them to be happy. He wants to do good things for them. He wants to make them just like, you know, he just wants that for the people that he loves. And Isabel is a little bit hesitant to get with Johnny and like start a relationship, because she has a secret of her own about her ex, which I thought was very sad. Like, I was expecting something about her, because just the way that her personality is and how reserved she is about specific situations. But when it came out as to why she hates Christmas so much, I was like, oh, it's actually kind of sad. So I thought that this was a very good romance, and I laughed and I kind of teared up a little bit at some points. But overall, 4 stars. Thought it was really cute. It's very short to the point, and yeah, it was very, very Christmas heavy too. I liked that. They had a cute Christmas light contest in their town, and I thought that was really cute. I liked that aspect. Also, Isabel is from Australia, and this is an Australian author, which I am very excited about. And this book makes me want to read cowboy romances, and I might have ordered a bunch of them, and they might be on their way. That's a secret, because my husband doesn't know about it. So my last holiday read is on my new Kindle. So pretty. It's on my new Kindle. It's The Holidates by Brittany Cherry, and I absolutely love Brittany Cherry, like straight up. I've been reading Brittany Cherry for forever, even before I started BookTube, and I haven't read from her in a while though, because I've been reading all these other authors. But I am so glad that I finally went back to Brittany Cherry, because I have forgotten how much I love her writing, and how well she does her characters, and how just like in the short amount of time that we have met Holly and Kai, just like how much I love them, and I just want them to be together, and I just, oh my god, I'm loving it. Like, I'm straight up loving it. This kind of reminds me of The Ugly Truth in a way, where the guy is really interested and very attracted to the female, but there's something that's holding him back from like telling her his feelings. And Holly is a serial dater. She is trying to find her one true love. She is actually on the hunt to like date somebody that she can take home for the holidays, because she told her parents that she is dating somebody, so she's trying to figure out, like, she's trying to date somebody. But Kai is very attracted to her, but also has some reservations about dating because of his ex-wife. And what happened with her. You get flashbacks of that too, which, trigger warning for Cancer, just saying that. But Kai is helping Holly try to find a dude that's worth dating, because she's dating a bunch of douchebags, and he's trying to like coach her on how she needs to go about dating, especially because he thinks that she's being way too how did she put it, desperate, or how did he put it, desperate, and just she's wanting to date so bad that she's coming off like, oh my god, you're the one on the very first date, and scaring guys away. So he's helping her, but he's also developing feelings along the way. And their relationship is just so cute. I love their sarcasm going back and forth. I love both of their senses of humor. I love how open Holly is with her emotions. And Kai is a grump. He is just like, it's a grump sunshine. He's a grumpy dude. He's big. He's burly. He's, you know, if you know me, I love me a big burly man who's grumpy, okay? I love that in my romances. And also in real life too. My husband's a grump. And I love him for that, you know? But Holly is just full of life. She is a romance author as well. And yeah, I just love it. I love it so much. And I want to kick myself in the butt for not picking up a Brittany Cherry book in so long. But luckily I have a bunch on my bookshelf right now, and I'm like, I better dive into those in 2025. But this is going to be my last read of the year. I'm also reading some other stuff, but this is going to be my last read of the year, and this is the one that I'm going to end the year on, and I'm super excited about it. But yeah, I'm just loving it, and my Kindle is so pretty. So pretty. I like, I'll go ahead and do like a little mini review. I like that it's not so like boom in your face vibrant. I know that some people want the colors to kind of shine through a little bit more, but I like this a lot. It doesn't hurt my eyeballs, you know, because sometimes super bright screens hurt my eyes. Like my computer right now, it's hurting my eyeballs, and I didn't sleep well last night, which is why I look like I'm high, but I'm not. Okay, I'm high on life. That's it. High on life, and very, very tired. But yeah, just wanted to fill you in, let you know, update you. But I'll finish this and I will update you on how I feel about it. Obviously, if it continues going the way it's going, I might have a 5-star, and it's going to be maybe all-time favorite of the year, just because, yeah, you know, of course I would do this to myself. That's what I did to myself last year too. The last book I read last year was Role Playing, and I ended up giving it a 5-star, and it was like one of the highest books. I'm editing my video, and I realized that I did not close this video out and tell you about The Holidates. I gave The Holidates 5 stars. It was amazing. It was great. If you have not picked it up yet, you really need to. It is on Kindle Unlimited, but it is just so good. Brittany Cherry writes the best characters ever, like ever. I just love her atmospheres, or like, I love her settings. I love her characters. The whole just like book itself was fabulous, emotional, funny, sexy. All of the things that you should want in a romance are always in Brittany Cherry's romances, and I loved it so much. I can't believe that I lost the footage for this video, but I just wanted to let you know and not leave you hanging about my rating. It was in the top 10 of 2024. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, Brittany Cherry, you did that and rang in the new year with definitely a 5-star. It was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the subscribe before you go, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.